Audio is the most important thing when it comes to live streaming, creating podcasts, or even having a YouTube channel. That's what microphone kits come into play. It's an all-in-one package that has the microphone, has a mic stand, it also has cables, and a little bit of extra stuff to get you started at a very affordable price. In this video, I am going to be reviewing 3 different microphone kits, all at 3 different prices. So let's go ahead and get started. Yo guys, what's the deal? How are we doing today? My name is Joshua and I'm here to help you grow and elevate your live stream and gaming experience. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. But if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So Mirfak Audio ended up reaching out to me to see if I want to do a review on their USB microphone kit. And of course I said yes, because I wanted to see if it's a good option for you guys. And I did a little bit of research and found it's actually pretty expensive. It's like 72 bucks. So I ended up purchasing a Neewer. It's around the $40 price point. That's a USB microphone kit as well. I was doing a little bit more research and found a Tonor microphone. Now this one is actually XLR, but it's still cheaper than this one and sits around $60. If you like any of these items, I want to put the links down below so you can purchase. And of course, I do get a little bit of change whenever you do purchase, so thank you for that. But just know, just because someone sends me an item, I'm not going to favor it whatsoever. I'm going to be giving you an honest review on each and every single one of these microphone kits. So the review is going to be extremely simple. I have a first place, second place, and a third place on pretty much everything that each mic kit has. We'll be talking about the package as far as if it's nice, if it's bad. We'll also be looking at the build quality of each item within the package, and of course, the quality of each mic. Of course, I'll say the necessary comments when they need to be said, but the mic kit that has the least amount of tallies is going to be the winner. But these tallies and whatever wins is mainly just product execution. Most importantly, we're going to be having a microphone test. Now, I'm not going to grade this first, second, or third place just because audio can be a little bit subjective. However, I will recommend and guide as far as what I think is best, but truly, it's going to be up to you. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. If you have any questions about this video, please drop the comments down below. And if you have any technical questions, you can hit me up on my Twitch. I'll be more than happy to answer any of those. Looking at the box of the Mirfak, you get a manual, pop filter, USB cable, shock mount, a foam pop filter, a mic adapter, a mic stand, a boom arm, and of course, the microphone. As far as the Neewer, you get a manual, a pop filter, USB cable, a shock mount, a foam pop filter, a boom arm, and the microphone. For the Tonor, you get a manual, shock mount, a boom arm, a foam pop filter, cable tie, and XLR cable, and the microphone. Now, right away, I have to give a first place to Mirfak Audio just because you get a lot of stuff inside the package. Tonor is going to come in second place, and of course, Neewer, because it was limited on items, that comes in third place. Now, taking a look at each item within the box, we're going to start with the manual. For this one, I do have to give it to Tonor for the first place because this is like a book right here, and you also get an additional card that says the 2-year warranty, both of them in color. Second place is going to go to Neewer. Even though it did have some pretty bad color on it, you do get this extra piece of paper right here that has a QR code on how to contact. And last place, it's going to be the Mirfak, just because one side is color, the other side is completely black and white, and you don't have contact info for the company. Getting into the pop filters, Mirfak Audio was nice, but it was a little bit compressed. Neewer's pop filter is the biggest, it's the thickest, and it held the best shape.
That's what she said.
As far as the Tonor, this one was actually compressed the most and didn't have the best shape. Neewer gets first place on this one, Mirfak gets a second, and unfortunately, Tonor is in last place on this one. Looking at the cables, Mirfak Audio's USB cable was pretty short. It was also very thin, and I did not like how it had writing on the edge of the cable. As for the USB cable for Neewer, this one was actually very long and had a nice shape and very thick as well. And again, lastly, the XLR cable that came with Tonor was very cheap, very thin and rubbery, and it also had writing on it, which I'm not a fan of. So Neewer takes this one again at the first place. I have to give Mirfak a second place on this one just because this XLR cable on the Tonor is very cheap. Getting into the shock mounts, as we look at the Mirfak Audio, it's actually full plastic, but I do give him credit because the tension is there. However, I don't know how long this is gonna last. And guys, getting into the Neewer and the Tonor shock mounts, they're literally the exact. There's no difference at all. So I gotta give a tie for first place just because they're both made out of some really good aluminum, and the Mirfak Audio gets a second place. Looking at the boom arm mic stands, Neewer and Mirfak had pretty identical stands. There were some minor differences like little knobs. They were a little bit different plastic. However, the actual arm was the same, so I still believe that they get them from the same manufacturer. However, Neewer did go an extra step and put a sticker with their brand name. As for the Tonor, it's so strong that they had to put a safety hazard on it just so you don't hurt yourself. And the bottom also has a bracket where you can put headphones. So Tonor comes in first place on this just because it's so beautifully built, very strong, and you get that extra headphone stand. However, when it comes to the Neewer and the Mirfak, I gotta give a dead last, both third place, because they're very cheap, extremely cheap, and they probably not gonna last for a long time. Lastly, we're gonna talk about the build quality of each mic and the features of each mic. Starting off with the Mirfak Audio, this one actually feels good in the hand. Paint feels smooth. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break or anything. However, the knobs on here, they wiggle quite a bit, but you get some nice features. It has an echo that we're going to be testing out later. Also has a volume knob so you can control the gain of the microphone. It also has a headphone jack so you can hear yourself. You can also hear your computer through it with no latency whatsoever. And it has a mute button, green whenever it's good to go and red when it's muted. Now, when I was messing with this mute button right here, I kind of scraped it a little bit so it tore. However, I rubbed and it actually smoothed out, which makes me believe that this might actually be an eraser. I mean, yeah, just be aware of that. Looking at the Neewer microphone, it has a good weight to it, mostly on the bottom. The top capsule kind of moves a little bit. There's no volume knobs, no features whatsoever. This one's just plug and play, which is very easy to use. And as far as the Tonor microphone, it's got nice paint on it as well. You also get the logo in a gold color. The capsule doesn't move whatsoever, and it's pretty heavy, heavier than the other two. However, it's not plug and play. It is XLR, so you are gonna have to use some type of interface or mixer of your choosing. Now for the placements, I do have to give a first place to the Mirfak Audio, but just note this is only because it had the extra features. The build quality of the actual mic was great. I didn't like the knobs itself, and again, it's probably just a cheap rubber. However, like I said, it has the most features compared to everything else, so this one's gonna have the first place. And in second place is gonna be the Tonor, just because there is no features on this whatsoever, and you do have to purchase an interface to use this one. And last place is gonna be the Neewer, just because this actually moves. You can hear it right here. Not good. So now I got the results right here. Everything's tallied. Remember, the one with the least amount of tallies is going to be the first, and of course the one with the most is going to be the dead last. Now stop the video before we get to this. Drop a comment down below and let me know which one you think got first, second, or third. So as far as the placements, I got 14 tallies. This is the Tonor. This microphone cost $60. Second place at 16 tallies. This one was actually the Neewer, and this one only cost $48. And the microphone kit that cost the most at $72 was the Mirfak. That one was close, 17. Yeah, right under the Neewer. I was actually very surprised at this, but remember, this is only execution as far as the package, everything in it, just to give you a general idea how each one of them compare. So now it's time for the true test. It's going to be the microphone test. Let's go ahead and take a listen. This is the Mirfak Audio microphone test. Microphone check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. If you're not subscribed already, consider doing so now. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Now there's a feature on here that is kind of cool. I had a little bit of fun. I'm gonna raise it up right now, and this is the echo. I was actually surprised because it sounds pretty good. So yo guys, what's the deal? How are we doing today? I'm gonna lower that. So if you want to have some fun with that, you can go ahead and do that. So microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. Yo guys, how are we doing today? This is the Neewer microphone test. Microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. If you're not subscribed already, consider doing so. But if you are, thanks so much. Microphone check, 1, 2. There aren't any features on this. I cannot control any volume. I don't have any extra things like an echo. It's just the microphone plugged into my computer. I don't have a volume knob, so the whatever volume that the microphone is, it's what it is. I do have, however, 100% in OBS, and it is around -10 decibels. Now, when I'm quiet, I do notice it does pick up some signal. So microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. This is the Tonor microphone test. So microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. If you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so now. If you already are, thanks so much. So things to note is that this microphone is actually an XLR microphone. So you'll want to run it in an interface like a Go XLR or a Scarlett 2i2 or maybe like a Yamaha mixer. And you're going to get a lot more a lot more flexibility when it comes to the EQ on it. Now I am running it in my Go XLR. However, I have the noise gate, I got the EQ, and I also have the compressor completely off. So all you're hearing is this microphone. So the volume is around -15 to -10 decibels. I don't have any volume knobs on here. I don't have any features on here either. So microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. So now listen to each one of these microphones. I'm impressed a little bit, and I'm actually not impressed at all. I'm gonna start off with the Neewer. So that microphone didn't sound good to me at all. I didn't like what it was producing whatsoever. I don't think I would recommend that unless you really have a very low budget. Yes, it did win against the Mirfak as far as execution and the packaging. However, I didn't like how it sounded. Now the Mirfak, I was actually very impressed. I was very satisfied because at $72 and the execution is not done right, something's wrong there. But whenever I was using the microphone and the features, I was having a good time and it sounded good. I will say, however, $72 is a little steep. I would say lower that just a little bit, maybe $5, maybe even $10. That's just what I think. $72, very expensive. And as far as the Tonor, that one just sounded the best all around. But I am gonna say that's probably because it is an XLR cable. Usually XLR microphones just have more power whenever you use an interface, so you're gonna get a more natural, more clean tone. But remember, you are gonna have to purchase an interface on that. I do have to give it to Mirfak. It sounded good, plug and play. Tonor, you know what's up as well. And the Neewer, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that Neewer unless you're absolutely adamant at that price point. I say just save a couple extra bucks, get the Mirfak. But again, that Mirfak has to drop in price. That's just what I think. So that's all I got for you right now, guys. If you found value in this video and you stuck around, please hit that like button and subscribe if you aren't. But in the meantime, guys, you already know what to do. Game up, stream up. Peace.